Hello everyone and welcome to another beer review here from the Czech Republic. Thank you very much for watching. Today is Saturday, it's Saturday evening. It's been a busy day for me. Been doing a lot of work around the garden, shoveling soil, wheeling it around in wheelbarrows, going back and forward. So I'm really tired and I'm really done for today. And I think I deserve a beer. And because it's been such a busy day, a lot of work, and there's football in Germany. The second Bundesliga has started this weekend, so I'm going to watch the evening game a little bit later on. It calls for a special beer, something that is a bit more, let's say, on the higher level of beers. I hope it will be. I haven't had this before, but it's a beer from a mini brewery, and this time not one from one of the bigger industrial breweries. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it's from the Pivovar Rudohor. Pivovar Rudohor is located in the kind of mountain region very close to the German border, about an hour and 15-minute drive northwest of Pilsen. So quite remote, but definitely a very nice area to visit. And obviously they have the Pivovar there, the brewery, and today I'm actually trying them for the very first time. So again, you're joining me on a beer that I haven't had before, and I'm really curious how this beer will turn out. My expectations for mini breweries are usually very high, and I have read a lot of good things about this brewery, and about their beers. So I'm really curious, and I'm really looking forward to trying this. This is their 12 degrees Svetly Lezak, their 12 degrees pale lager. It comes with 5% alcohol content, and it has 32 IBUs. So I'm kind of expecting a mild bitterness coming through. Hopefully it will, kind of give me that, at the end, coming through that really nice bitterness, but a mild bitterness, and it's unpasteurized and unfiltered. So as they usually come from the mini breweries. As you can see, it comes in a PET bottle. I know some viewers, some of you may not agree with beer from a plastic bottle, but in the Czech Republic, it is perfectly normal to get beers, unfiltered, unpasteurized beers from the mini breweries in a PET bottle. It doesn't do the beer any harm. It's just really fresh. At least that's what I expect, and that's my experience with the other ones that I've had before. Of course, some people would say it's about etiquette and beer from plastic. You just don't drink beer from plastic. I disagree, but everybody has their own opinions, about that. Now, if it comes to the kind of 2 liter bottles, plastic bottles from the supermarkets, I would probably not buy them either, because it's not the same. This one is really fresh, unfiltered, unpasteurized. I'm really looking forward to an absolute amazing beer experience. PET bottles, they usually come with kind of 2 month, 3 month, sometimes 4 month of shelf life. This one is good until the 3rd of October, and I picked this up today. So that suggests it has usually 4 month or 3.5 month or something like that, because today is we are still in July, so it still has 3 month on it. It doesn't say when it was filled into the bottle, but that suggests it kind of gives it 3.5, probably 4 month. So a very good shelf life. If you see one of them, it's having a longer shelf life is always a positive thing. Obviously, if you keep them refrigerated, you have to keep them refrigerated, but it doesn't mean you have to drink it and kind of almost immediately, and they won't lose the freshness either. So really good. But let's not talk about about the beer too much. Let's give this a go. The name is Dukat. It is what they say on their website, their flagship beer, the brewery's flagship beer. So that sounds very promising. and I'm really looking forward to it. So let's give this a go. Ooh, yeah, very nice smell. Yeah, well, definitely that fresh smell, that fresh beer smell that we sometimes get. It's a malty-ish kind of smell, so I do get a malty kind of aroma from it. So it seems promising. So let's see what it looks like, and then eventually, of course, also what it tastes like. The first impression, you probably can't see the glass, is already very good, and it's what I really look for in a beer from a mini brewery. Again, that deep golden color, the thick foamy head, and it is again a really beautiful creamy head. I will try maybe next time to see if I can show you this somehow, because obviously from this side you can see it, but on top it really makes that creamy impression. Very, very nice. I'm really looking forward to trying this. And again, a nice aroma, nice malty aroma coming from it. It is really malty. So let's see. Nastravi. Oh, oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. It's just, again, that freshness of these beers from these mini breweries. It's, you just can't get it any better than this. Unfiltered, unpasteurized beers. It's just it's just perfection. Obviously it depends on the mini brewery and how they brew their beers. Not all of them are great. Not all of them are awesome. But there are so many mini breweries in the Czech Republic, and I don't think I've ever had a bad one, or one where I said, that wasn't as good as I would have hoped for. All of them have really just blown my mind so far. But I also know that I have read some reviews where people say, well, this probably wasn't as good, or this could be improved. But my own experience, unfiltered, unpasteurized beers from a mini brewery in the Czech Republic, you can't get better than this. And this one is a perfect example. It's got that maltiness, again, the aroma, but then as you drink it, you're being first hit by a very, very nice malty taste, very, very smooth malty taste, which is then, once it subsides, it kind of turns into a very mild bitterness. But that bitterness doesn't subside immediately as you finish drinking. I can still feel it. So it sticks around for a little bit. It doesn't fade away, which is great, which is kind of what I'm looking for, when I talk about these beers from the mini breweries. Something that remains, it just a great, great beer. And it's so easy to drink as well. It's just a kind of very, very nice balance here that, again, I also hope for in beers from many breweries. Just easiness to drink, nicely balanced, that maltiness in the beginning, which is then turning changing into a very, very nicely balanced bitterness. Absolutely perfect. And then that freshness that comes from it, you can't get this, and again, I don't want to say that industrial breweries are, bad, and these ones are, the better ones or whatever, because everybody has a different taste, and people like the one thing, other people like the other thing. But for me, in that sense, it doesn't even matter which beer I'm talking about, from an industrial brewery, because I don't think any of these beers can compete with these fresh beers from the mini breweries. There is just no comparison at all, in my humble opinion. Now, some people may disagree, and some people may say, when we talk about Czech beer, what I do read a lot is that, Pilsner Urquell is the best Czech beer. And it is a great beer. It really is. I mean, I'm not saying it isn't. But in my view, I would rate these kind of beers a lot higher because of their freshness, because of their perfection. It just gives me everything that I really want in a beer. But I don't want to make these comparisons because I also know that these guys, the mini breweries, if you compare them to the industrial beers, they come from a different environment. They come from, they're brewed under different circumstances. Again, these are unfiltered, unpasteurized, which kind of adds to the freshness. So, making that comparison wouldn't be right for a number of reasons because, it's just a completely different environment and a different set of circumstances, where these are coming from. So, I don't want to say, these are a lot better because, in that sense, because, I don't want to put them on one scale. But anyway, I'm just really excited, so I don't want to talk too much now. I have to shut myself up, not talking about the actual beer. Because I'm excited because this is really a great beer, and I'm so glad I picked this up today. It's just really exactly what I'm looking for in a pale lager, in a 12 degrees pale lager from a smaller mini brewery. It's got everything. Let me give me one more taste here. It's just that maltiness, that it's just so good, and then again that bitterness that comes through at the end. Overall, a really nice beer experience, and I'm really happy I picked this up today. Now, with regards to availability, obviously you can get that from the brewery directly. So if you visit the Rudohor brewery website, you there is an e-shop, but I'm not sure if they actually ship abroad. But you can definitely have some of the beers shipped within the Czech Republic, but I don't know if they do ship abroad. I didn't check that. It's also available in some supermarkets. Now today I picked this up in Albert supermarket in Litoměřice. And Albert has they have a fridge for mini breweries. Actually, our Albert in Litoměřice has two fridges, for different mini breweries, whether it's a local one or some are from a little further afield. And they sometimes change the kind of offering as well. So a very nice place to go to if you're looking for craft beer when you visit the Czech Republic. Go to Albert and see, look at their fridge and see what they have. They usually have a very nice selection there. Kaufland, they also have a fridge for local beers or mini breweries. I haven't seen this in Kaufland yet. It tends to be your usual suspects like Zichovets and Mouflon and so on. So when you go to Albert, I think their selection is slightly better, and they do change that around as well. So and if you ever come to the Czech Republic, maybe go to Albert if you don't want to make your way, to this brewery because they are quite remote as well. So it's not that easy to get to. Go to Albert and check out their fridge of mini breweries, and maybe you will find these guys there. It depends on the location of the Albert supermarket that you are going to. Pivovar, Rudohor, Dukat, 12 degrees, pale lager, Svetly Lezak. They're also saying 12 degrees premiove Svetly Lezak, so kind of premium pale lager. I have to absolutely agree. It is a premium pale lager. It just hit all the spots for me. It just really was an absolutely tremendous beer experience this evening, and I'm really happy I picked this up. If you have had this before, if you have been at a brewery or if you tried their beers before, leave a comment and let me know what you thought. Or subscribe to my channel for more beer reviews from the Czech Republic. I will be back with more, definitely, over the next couple of days. And I hope I will see you again in the next videos. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice evening. Bye-bye.